Lovelies, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chimaka Ukebu. If this is your first time seeing this, you're very much welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, I love you. Hey, what's up? Okay, so welcome to Feminine Rehab. Yeah, this is going to be a series. Okay, so Feminine Rehab is all about putting a stop to myth and defense mode. Now, this series is all about rebranding yourself, looking inwards about the things you're doing and the things you should stop doing. Welcome to Feminine Rehab. This is going to be a series on how to become more feminine, how to become a softer woman. Yeah, making you understand that being soft doesn't equate to being weak. Yeah, so a lot of us are in that zone. We are in that zone where we want to be strong. We want the world to see us as being strong. We want people to respect us. We want to command the respect, and in trying to do that, we believe we cannot command it by being feminine. We all want to be masculine because masculinity sort of projects you as being stronger to the society, but that isn't necessarily true. So due to this, a lot of us live in defense mode. You know, you do not want people to run you down because you're a woman. You do not want people to run you down because you're a female, right? And for that reason, you are defensive about everything. What people say to you, their opinions, everything. You are defensive. You're always attacking the opposite gender. Everything is a quarrel. Like when people say things, you're defensive about it. You're defensive about who you are and what you stand for. Now, it's not necessarily a bad thing, but when you are always living in that defensive mode, it is something you should change, right? As a defensive person or as a person, what we are, who we are, how we think is being shaped by the kind of lives we've lived, what we've done. Now, it's no news that most people or a lot of people have been molested while they were young as kids. This is not just about female, male or female and female alike. They've been molested. Now, somebody who has been molested is most likely going to live a better part of their lives in defense mode against the opposite sex. Your trust would be low, everything. Now, it's time to pull down those walls. Now, these are not the walls of defending yourself from bad things. Now, this is you. When these things happen, you tend to build a wall around yourself. You do not let people in. Sometimes you build these walls and you do not even let good things happen to you. You're always angry about the opposite gender, anything they do. Men are scum, men are this, women are this, women are that. Every woman is a prostitute, every man is a cheat. It's time to come down from your high horse and understand that whatever happened to you is most likely in the past. It's not an easy thing. Understand that your past doesn't define you and find a way to move forward. Like, calm down your high horse. It's okay to calm down. It's not an easy thing. It's not something that you do, like I'm saying you do, and it just happens in one day. No, it doesn't necessarily work that way. Yeah, it takes a while, but you should become aware of yourself. Ask yourself this: am I living in a defense mode? The truth is, when you sit down and reflect, if you are living in a defense mode, you would know, and that's the truth. You would know that you're living in a defense mode, except you might lie to the public, but you would not lie to yourself, right? So find out, am I living in a defense mode? Am I always angry at the opposite gender? Am I always have I built a wall around myself? You cannot say this to me. No, whatever people say, you always take it up as an offense to yourself and to your gender. It's time to calm down your high horse. Part of being feminine is smiling. Stop being stiff. Now, I know there are people who smiling is not their forte, it's not their strength, but stop being stiff around people. Be more flexible. Smile when you meet people. Be approachable. So these things make you look confident and approachable. It's okay to smile. I know there are situations where you feel like people would take you for granted when you smile, but that is not always the case. Smile at people. It does work, and it's a good thing to smile. So body language plays a huge part in your femininity. It does, in fact, body language plays a huge part in everybody, whether male or female. Now, as a lady, body language tends to play a huge part. So you being stiff and not smiling, it makes you look unapproachable, and like people can't communicate with you. It makes you look like you are always in that defense mode. Now, there are a lot of things to help with this. You could try painting, or activities where you have to flex your hands and move your body. It could be dancing, salsa. Yes, because salsa is something you move your body, so it helps you become less stiff, right? So dancing and painting are a huge part of helping you become less stiff, more flexible. Try smiling at people. It does help, and believe me, it doesn't cost a dime. It doesn't cost a dime for you to smile. You don't have to, it shouldn't be fake also, and you don't have to smile widely. You don't have to fake it, right? Just a smile. I'm not asking you to laugh, right? Just a smile. These are things, I know it's not an easy thing for a lot of people, right? For some persons it's not easy. There are people who do not smile, like they don't smile. So a smile just never hurts. So try to smile more often. Smile at people. It kind of helps lift your spirit from the inside, and this reflects outwardly. Okay, yeah. So another thing is feed your soul. We basically what we read, what we hear, right, what we watch. Now feed your soul with good things, music, movies, right? Stay away from certain things that keep you in that defense mode. Like if you watch, if you read publications, if you read stories where they talk about certain topics, and you know these topics irks you, it brings out that defense mode in you, try to stay away from it. Topics where you cannot be objective, right? You can't be objective in such topic. You know you are biased because of what you've been through. Try to work on your mind. Stay away from stuff like I'm not saying you should not read it. I'm saying do not dwell so much on it. There's a difference between reading and dwelling so much on something. So watch what you read, watch what goes into you, the podcast, the television, the movie shows you watch, the series you watch, the reality shows you watch, what happens there, right? There are a lot of, the thing is, on the internet, there are a lot of negative things, there are a lot of positive things, and the negative things are things that go farther than the positive things. Now it is left for you to find those positive things to feed your soul. If you do not feed your soul, believe me, all you would keep taking in is the negative things. Now you might not be aware of the effect of these negative things, especially at the initial stage, right? But these things build up in you, and soon enough it's either you are mimicking those attitudes, those things you watch. Now you watch a movie about someone who's been through something, and this happened, that happened. Before you know, you start inculcating those attitudes into you. You start projecting them. You might want to deny it, but we are what we hear, what we see, and what we watch. Now another thing is, watch the kind of company you keep. Who are your friends? Who are the people around you? What do they talk about? What do they do? What do you guys say? Are you guys always in are you guys always gossiping? Are they in a mental space in a mental space where you're trying to leave? Are those the kind of people around you? Because believe it or not, your crowd, the kind of people around you, also shapes you and forms you into the person you want to be. Remember what we're talking about, it's feminine rehab. We're talking about rebranding yourself. We're talking about you leveling up your mentality and stop trying to live in that defense mode, which is where the society is right now. Everybody is trying to live in that defense mode, trying to play the victim. Yeah. So who are the kind of people around you? What do you guys say? What do you talk about? What's the company you keep, your friends, your social media pages you follow? What kind of pages do you follow? Now, for those in Nigeria, I might be able to recommend some pages you should follow depending on what you want. Are you looking for financial wealth, trying to upgrade? There is Financial Jennifer, there's Wealth Money, Money Africa. You want things that are girly, Diary of a Niger Chick, Diary, I know Ife and what's her name? I know of Ife. There's another lady I keep meeting their page, Diary of a Single Lady, Diary of Niger Girl. Those are the kind of pages you should follow. Now, how many gossip pages do you follow? For those in Nigeria, you know, there's Instagram, there's Gist Giver, Gist Lover. You ask me how I know these pages. I see a lot of people, especially within this period where there are a lot of stories online. They'll be like, oh, this blog, that blog. How many of these pages are you following? The Shade Room, stuff like that. I'm not talking about news blogs. I'm talking about gossip blogs. How many of these things are you taking in? Now, most of the stories on the internet are interesting. However, they are highly toxic. Looking at the comment section is even a war zone, because you just realize that there are so many people, mad people, roaming the streets, right? Now, it's all about protecting your inner space, protecting your energy. That's why a lot of people will tell you that they do log out from social media. It's not because they are trying to form anything, but at a point in time, the space is just so toxic that they need their time. They need to protect their space, their brain. They need to protect their minds actually from what is happening online. Now, if you're trying to change and the company you keep is holding you back, you should change that company. It's okay to change your friends. It's okay to let people go if you feel the need to. Now, you're not letting people go because of anything. Most likely, these persons are dragging you down and pulling you into that space where you do not want to be. There is no way you'll try to change and you will not drop some of your friends. Like, there's just no way. Imagine you trying to come out of the mentality of the victim mentality space, and you have a friend who is so stuck up on playing the victim. If you stay with that person, there is no way you'll be able to level up to that level of, okay, I want to stop playing the victim. Whatever has happened has happened. I want to move forward with my life. If you stay with that person, you will definitely keep forming. You'll definitely still keep playing the card of I'm the victim. I'm the victim. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, it's okay for you to level up. Watch the kind of friends you keep. What you watch, what you see. Read books that enlighten your mind, that brighten your mind. Watch movies that brighten your memory, and they're not all about what you're trying to leave. I don't want to make specific examples. I hope you get what I'm saying. Read books that would take you from where you are to where you want to be, and not movies or things that keep you where you are, keep you stuck up where you are, or take you back, right? We're trying to move forward, and moving forward, you have to project yourself. So you have to read those things that would push you there, because you cannot necessarily take yourself there. You need people to push you there, right? You cannot just sit and say I'm going there, right? You need things to take you there, to help you rebrand. Now, in your feminine journey, in you wanting to rebrand, now if you're watching this video, this is your first level of wanting to become more feminine, or wanting to drop that mentality of females are weak, or being feminine is weak, right? Being feminine is a strength. Now, this is your first step, and this is you trying to project yourself on this journey, and you're very much welcome. Okay, and I hope you're learning a thing or two. Let me know in the comment section. Now, the best part of being feminine, of being a female, is being softer. Now, soft doesn't mean you're weak, as I have said earlier. Being soft simply means you are relatable. you are. There's a reason why for certain things we run to our moms rather than our dads, right? There are, because of the attitude they project. It is part of the femininity. So being more softer isn't a weakness, it is a strength for people around you. There are things you could do to become more soft as a person. Probably you're the kind of person who feels like, I need to look tough, I need to feel tough, I need to... That is not the way we've been geared to be. So how do you become more softer? First of all, at the basics of becoming softer is your personal hygiene. Yeah, a lot of us tend to take a lot of things for granted. You need to check yourself often, like work on your personal hygiene down to your clothes, your armpits, your private areas. Use an antiperspirant. Use a deodorant rather. Yeah, there's been a lot of talks around antiperspirant, but then one way you could walk around it is using a deodorant. Brush your teeth if you have to brush twice a day, if you have to have your bath twice a day. Use the right perfume. There are perfumes for different occasions. Use the right one. Don't wear the wrong cologne to the wrong environment. Like, try to smell nice, right? Because people judge you based on all these things. If you do not smell nice, people would definitely not want to talk to you, and not a lot of persons would have the courage to come tell you that you smell this way, or the way you smell isn't okay, isn't good enough. You have to watch yourself, your personal hygiene. Ensure that you're always intact. Now, this is the point where I tell you never to be caught on fresh. Yeah, it starts with the basics of personal hygiene. Rub cream, like cream your body, moisturize your skin, your face, use a sunscreen, develop a routine. It doesn't have to be something expensive, it could be something inexpensive. There are tons and tons and tons of YouTube videos that teaches you how to care for your skin, homemade home remedy. You might want to be careful because your skin might react to all those things, but then again, there are really cheap options, like affordable, so to say, options. Not necessarily cheap, but still I believe there are cheap ones that wouldn't harm your skin. Like, do not just leave yourself. It's not enough to leave yourself just that way. And understand that working on your skin doesn't have to do with how expensive the product is, how classy it is. Some cheap products do this trick. Not a lot of persons would want to come online to tell you, oh, I use this product and it works for me, right? Because that is the space where we live in. But then there are still tons and tons of videos out there of people who would still communicate to you on what they use and how it works. So generally, it's all about you caring for yourself, caring for your skin. Take care of yourself, pamper yourself if you have to. If you have to go for what's it called, regular checkup, which is recommended, please do. If you have to go for massage regularly, please do. It is your body. Take care of it. It's the best you can do for yourself. These help you become softer, be in that softer space. Like I said initially, it also helps with your movement. All these things helps boost your confidence in yourself, right? It also helps with the way people actually see you, because when you take care of yourself, you're able to speak in public. You're confident that, first of all, you are not smelling. Like, first of all, you smell good. There's nothing wrong with you before you now start checking other things to boost your confidence. So personal hygiene is one of those things. It helps you become softer. It boosts your confidence. So there's no space for you to say, oh, being soft is being weak. Like, do you get the whole arithmetic here? Yeah. Now, with all these things being said, all these things cannot be practiced except you walk away from who you used to be. And walking away from who you used to be involves identifying some of the things that some of the attitudes in you. Are you defensive, or do you think you don't have to be soft? for people to perceive you as being strong. Like, do you understand? You have to understand all these things. You have to drop mentalities. You might have to drop people. As I said, you have to step up your game. It's a very simple thing. So you have to walk away from situations, relationship, ideologies. You have to walk away from all these things and move to the next level. It's all about you understanding what you've been called to do, what exactly is your purpose in life. I think it's important you identify that. So when people say this thing, it doesn't necessarily mean that you just sit down and it just comes to you like, oh, this is who you are, or this is who you are called to be. It takes a while. It's about you reflecting and understanding what exactly, like, where am I going to, what's my journey like, where do I see myself, what's the kind of person, as in what kind of person do I want to be, where am I headed. So you have to understand who you're called to be, the kind of person you want to be, and drop those attitudes, those characteristics that that is not at par or does not measure up to where you're going or what you want to do, the kind of person you want to be. If they do not measure up, you have to find a way to drop it. Dropping it doesn't mean you drop it immediately. It might take you a while. Like I said, this is a journey. This is a journey of rebranding. It's a journey of leveling up. It's a journey of you stopping, you're trying to stop playing the victim, of dropping that mentality. Now, another thing you could do is, who do you look up to? Like, who are these persons that you look up to? There are a lot of people. It could be your family, it could be celebrities. There are a lot of ladies out there that you could look up to. You know what it means when you say I brag differently? Take for instance, Nancy Nsima is somebody who brags differently. Jackie Aina brags differently. Like, these are people who do not have to tell you who they are before you know who they are. Like, their work speaks for them. They don't necessarily live in that mode, mode of social media, being defensive, being this. When you see them, like, you already have that perception of class, friendly, feminine, you get, soft. You can see this emanating from them. So that's it. Now, you wouldn't look at those ladies. Now, if you know these ladies, even you don't see them as people who are, but you cannot even attach them to being weak. But so these ladies, with the way they act, you see them as people who are feminine. However, you do not see them as being weak. Yet they are feminine, they are soft, they have this enduring attitude. Like, it emanates from them. That's to tell you that part of you being feminine being feminine doesn't have anything to do with you being weak. Yeah, being soft is not the same as being weak. It's about a change of mentality. If you can change that mentality, that perception, or if you don't have to form masculine habits, you don't have to form being a male for people to respect you, or for situations to move the way you want. It's okay to be feminine. It's okay to be a female. There is no weakness in the equation. All right, guys, let me know in the comment section what you think about this video. If there are more things you want us to discuss, or more things we have to say, things that haven't been said well enough, do let me know in the comment section. So like I said, it's all about rebranding. Are you on a journey to rebrand yourself? Personally, I would say I am on a journey to rebranding myself, leveling up basically. Yeah, so are you on that journey with me, or do you feel like, oh, you've already leveled up? Leveling up is a journey of its own. You do not level up and just be there. There's always, as far as there's always room for improvement, there's always room for leveling up. So are you on that journey? Let me know in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching my video. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and also share with your friends. Once again, if this is your first time seeing my face, you are very much welcome. Thank you so much for joining this community. Do not make it your last by clicking on the subscribe button below. Yeah, and also if you are a returning subscriber, of course, you know people, this girl loves you. And do not forget to smile as you go on your week. Yeah, when you meet people, do not forget these tips here and there. Don't forget, it doesn't make you weak. Being soft doesn't make you weak. All right, guys, I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now. My name is Chamaka.